What if everything you think you know about Jesus Christ is only part of the story? Not the paintings, not the traditions, but the real man born into chaos, raised under empire, and executed as a criminal. This is the life of Jesus, in the world he actually lived in. To understand Jesus, you have to understand his world. A brutal empire ruled everything. The Roman Empire. At the time, Judea wasn't free. It was occupied territory, heavy taxes, political tension, religious division, and ruling over it all, a paranoid king backed by Rome, Herod the Great. The people were desperate, waiting, hoping for a savior. Into this tension, a child is born, not in a palace, not in power, but in poverty. A young woman, Mary, a carpenter, Joseph, and a child named Jesus. To some, he was nothing. To others, he was everything. But what happens next terrified a king. When word spread of a new king, Herod panicked. His response? Mass violence. History records his brutality. And according to tradition, he ordered the killing of children. So Jesus became a refugee. Then silence. For nearly 30 years, the story disappears. No miracles, no crowds, just life. Jesus grew up in Nazareth, a small, overlooked town, working, learning, watching, and then everything changes. A preacher appears in the wilderness, John the Baptist, calling people to change. And one day, Jesus steps into the water. This is the beginning. Before he speaks to the world, he goes into isolation. 40 days. No food, no comfort, only temptation, power, fame, control. He rejects them all. Then he begins to speak. And what he says changes everything. Love your enemies, bless the poor, forgive endlessly. This wasn't normal teaching. This was radical. It was revolutionary. And people couldn't decide. Was he a prophet or a threat? Jesus didn't just inspire crowds, he challenged power, especially the religious elite. The Pharisees, the Sadducees, and the high priests were terrified of him. Corruption, hypocrisy, control. He called it out, publicly. To Rome, anyone called king was dangerous. Even more dangerous, someone people believed in. Jesus was no longer just a teacher. He was becoming a movement. And then, betrayal. One of his own, Judas Iscariot. For silver, he gives Jesus away. Arrested, interrogated, mocked, and then a choice is offered. Release Jesus, or another prisoner. The crowd chooses, not him. Execution, reserved for rebels, for criminals, for enemies of Rome. And there, Jesus dies. And just like that, it's over. Or is it? Days later, something unexpected happens. The tomb is empty. Followers claim he's alive. Whether you believe it or not, one fact is undeniable. The life of Jesus changed history forever. Empires rose and fell, but his message spread across continents, across centuries. But here's the real question. If Jesus lived in today's world, would he be followed or silenced?